brings us to Meghan McCain, who apparently fancies herself the police chief of morality, apparently. She's going to make a demand that people stop showing them. Here's what she actually wrote on it.
Yeah, I've heard enough. Okay, this is what I want all of the conservatives and Republicans to maybe understand. Podcasters like Candace Owens, Shapiro, Megyn Kelly, all of your big right-wing podcasters that anyone seems to really care about these days, because no one, the Republican Party, pays attention to all of us smaller creators that are quite literally making the difference, okay? But what you're going to see now is that all of this infighting that's happening, which Candace has absolutely started with her fucking crazy neurotic ways of conspiracy theories, and I have a source telling me this and that, and none of it actually pans out. And I mean none of it pans out. She has gone on to attack Charlie Kirk's wife, relentlessly. Well, the only way I'm going to stop is if Erica tells me to, or asks me to. Erica asked her to. She just goes nuclear on her. Or Erica can't even fight back because she's in the middle of a trial trying to put away the man who murdered her husband on live TV for everyone to see. But that's beyond the fact. Then she went out and she attacked anyone that was associated with Charlie Kirk, like his organization that he built from the ground up, which, by the way, led the biggest political comeback this country had ever fucking seen. And because of people like Candace Owens and all of the infighting and the people who have now turned on Donald Trump, we were one united force. Charlie Kirk was the head of the helm who went to these colleges where the biggest indoctrination was happening to our college kids and made them understand that you don't have to listen to this Marxist bullshit. It's not real. It's not true. It's brainwashing. And it made such a political movement. It made our college kids wake up, and the veil of Marxist, professors was wiped away from their face. And he led the charge of getting this country away from the Democrat socials that were destroying it, right? Billions of dollars in fraud and waste and abuse. CBS just did another whole expose on a big one in Medicaid fraud in California. Tune in to see that. Shocking that they actually showed it. But he was the helm of the political movement. We had right, we had left, we had independent voters getting behind Donald Trump. And now people are turning on Donald Trump. Listen, there's things about him that I don't like. You guys know that. And are things 100% better? Of course not. Of course not. But all of a sudden, Candace is going to grift on whatever is going to put money in her pocket. And people are starting to get tired of her relentlessly beating on Erica Kirk. So now what she's going to do, she's going to attack anyone who's on the right. And she's doing it to Meghan McCain and Ben Shapiro and Megyn Kelly, all these big so-called right-wing podcasters. Your main job with millions of followers is dismantling the left-wing lies and the Democrat Party's lies. And you know what the Democrats are doing right now? They're sitting back watching you guys destroy this movement, the Charlie Kirk movement of putting Republicans and conservatives and Christian values back in the White House again, which this country was built on. And you're destroying it. You're destroying it. You are completely splitting the conservative and Republicans in half. You have completely flopped on everything that put this party back in the White House. And the Democrats are watching you do it, salivating, because that means they don't have to do anything. They have no narrative. They have no leadership. They have no plan other than we're going to spend your tax dollars to impeach Donald Trump yet again because we don't like him, or sit on X all day fighting with each other and showing their absolute TDS obsession over Donald Trump and every move that he makes and word that he says. That's what the Democrats are here to offer you, by the way. They don't want to pass the SAVE Act. Republicans, we can't even pass the SAVE Act. We can't even make our elections secure because you people in Congress, as Americans, we gave you everything. We gave you the White House. We gave you the Senate, the House, the Republic, all of it. Congress. And what have you passed? Huh? You can't even pass the SAVE Act. You can't even get together and do what the president has put forward for us to do, which is what the American people wanted. He closed the border. Do you want to go back to the last 4 years where millions of people from all over these third world countries, no background checks, no health checks? Now we have sleeper cells and measles are on the rise. You let people walk in this country, and they did it to control the map. They did it to control the census. And we knew that. And so did Donald Trump, and so did Charlie Kirk. And then they murdered him. They murdered him. And now what have we done to keep his memory alive? He'd be turning in his grave right now. Oh, what we've done? Oh, we've attacked his wife, the mother of his children, the woman he loved more than anything. We've attacked his company that he built from the ground up that led the biggest political movement this country has ever seen. And you've destroyed it. And what Candace has done is fill her pockets. It's all conspiracy theories and whodunits. And I heard this and a source told me that. None of it's been proven. It's just her sitting behind a microphone, fucking gossiping and grifting. There's a reason. Now she's sharing old messages between her and Charlie. It's a grift. It's to keep you tuned in. Wait till next week so I can fill my pockets some more and absolutely destroy everything that Charlie Kirk worked for. So what are we going to go back to, America? You're going to let podcasters like her fill her pocketbooks while she destroys everything that Charlie Kirk built? I'm someone that followed him from the very beginning, but it was just him and a microphone and an easy up tent. Everything that he worked on is being destroyed. And all of our big right-wing political content creators, you're so busy fighting yourself that you're not even dismantling the lies of the Democrat Party. You're not even helping. And that's what Charlie did every single day. It made people wake up. It made people see that these people were lying to them. The media that's bought and paid for by the Democrat Party was lying to them. And he made it by going to college campuses. And what have we done? Now you guys are all fighting with each other, which is absolutely splitting the conservative and Republican movement right in half. You are absolutely alienating people. And the only people who win by this is the Democrat Party. You are quite literally handing the Democrat Party the midterms. And then I don't want to hear a fucking peep when this country goes to shit. I don't. We're not perfect. We're far from perfect. We got a lot of shit going on right now. But what I don't want to go back to is that. We can't even pass legislation. Everything that Charlie worked his ass off for, Candace is trying to destroy and only to fill her own pockets. You have no proof of what you're doing. And now you guys are all fighting with each other instead of fighting the left, the Democrat Party, which again, if this is what the plan is and want to go back to that, how much fraud are we seeing right now? Billions of dollars. How much did we pay for Ukraine's war and our politicians were writing their names on bullets? Billions and billions and billions of dollars, right? Every Democrat politician has said, Iran is a problem. Hillary, if I'm president, I'm going to obliterate them, right? Sounds bad, but I'm going to do it. We can't let them have nuclear capabilities. And this president does it, and they're trying to make you think that it's a horrible thing. The Iranian people are cheering in the streets. It's sad to me because everything that we worked for is going to go away. And you're quite literally handing the Democrat Party back the midterms, and they don't even have to work hard to get it. You've split the party directly in half. And instead of dismantling what you should be doing, you're literally handing the Democrats the midterms. And it's sad to me because I don't want to go back to what this country is, where people are sitting on the government paycheck, filling their government carts up with all kinds of garbage food, and the health problems are bad, and the obesity problems are bad, and the ideology into our kids' education system. The Democrats just printing and spending money and driving inflation to record highs, everything becoming unaffordable, while these politicians fill their pockets full of money and talk about, we got to tax the rich. They are the rich. And instead of you guys doing the job, Republicans, you're terrible at your ground game. The Democrats will pay young content creators and to push their message of propaganda. They've got the media in their pocket too, as we all know. How much time do we see Scott Jennings on CNN? And every time he says the truth, which is literally every time, they talk over him, they yell over him, they don't let him speak because they don't want their viewers to know the fucking truth. It takes real courage to stand up and tell people, these people are lying to you. And Charlie did that. And we're losing it. You guys are absolutely splitting the party in half, and you're handing them the midterms. And it sucks. Republicans, Democrats' ground game is amazing. They hang out with content creators like us. They pay them to help prepare the message out there for people. Y'all can't be bothered. No one likes to share the top spot, apparently. I try to share people's videos all the time. It's sad to me because while we may not like everything that Donald Trump's doing or this administration is doing, I can tell you what, it's a hell of a lot better than the last 4 years. And I got news for you. They can't pass the SAVE Act. The Democrats get power, you're never going to see this kind of function again. It's going to be spending us into oblivion until there's nothing left. This country's being ripped apart. And instead of you having these big platforms to go and dismantle the left, you're literally handing them the midterms with all this bullshit and bickering and infighting. It's sad to me because we watched Charlie lead the biggest political comeback this country had ever seen. And for what? I don't want to hear it when they get power back. Good talk.